Welcome back to Indian Trace. I'm at the very back side of Cross Creek. I am not going through this tobacco because I need to do things today, and I don't want to let it put me down with green tobacco sickness. But tobacco as far as the eye can see. So I'm down at the base here because I know they turned the sides, and I know we had a power about 3 inches, 2 inches strong, and then another 1 inch that came. So I figured I'd come down here to my friend's property and just slowly sift through, and I saw a base with just the whispers of serrations on some quartz. Found a good handful of other points. I can see that there's been a lot of rain here because it hasn't rained in a day, too, and it's still wet. It's still soaking wet. So that's a good sign. And nothing's ever as it seems, so I really don't expect anything. And I don't necessarily go out and try to make something happen. And I know a lot of people who tune into Indian Trace and giving such positive comments, etc., just to get outside and what have you. You know, if I post a video, there's going to be something good on it. For artifacts, unique. Oh, there's my marker. So we're going to circle back by there, but I have a little stretch here. Just wanted you to be able to get outside some of these 300-year-old trees. Of course, for somebody to just click by, these artifacts are definitely not. Look at that. If that's a full point, I'd be shocked. There's triangles here, which make the dispensation between the early Archaic and the triangles, at the very least, 4,000 or 5,000 years. That triangle's got to be broken. That's a live find right there. If it's not, I'm happy as can be, but I know there's triangles here. See? That one's broken. Can you see it? Well, that's what you can find around here. Which really splits your brain when you realize that right there was the real bow point for bow and arrow. Many people who just started collecting and picking up what they call arrowheads, they're atlatl dart tips. The atlatl preceded the bow, and that's how simple it is. I had another shout out last night, and pretty much simply said, you know, you find so much early archaic stuff and archaic stuff. I do. For whatever reason, it's not that that's what I see. It's just that my sites are full of it. I would presume that there's more woodland in my sites than one might imagine. Look at this tree. Gracious mercy. It's about 3 foot around. You got probably about 100 years for every foot in thickness on the tree. We got 4 foot thick trees, 400 feet. Those are young. Transitions, dispensations of time that has happened here is amazing. So when I walk around this place, I don't trust it at all for a step because I know who was here. Therefore, I know what is here. No doubt about it. So after a big rain, I'll always look in areas that you might never expect. Windrows. I'm seeing the evidence that I need to see. I'm going to jump over to Creekside as well. I didn't expect to come down here with the film, so getting right back up here. Look at this. Let's go check out what we have. I think it's a big tip. I think it's like a pickwick or something. And I hate it because you don't ever want to step too quickly We walk over tons of artifacts. I just want to let you know, if you collect beneath the millimeters of your feet and what have you, we walk over tons of artifacts. There's a piece of pottery right there. See, that's the kind of signs you want to see. I don't collect it all. Some, for honor's sake, I'll leave in a site because it doesn't matter to me if somebody has a real go-getter attitude. And there are some hunters out here. They can go ahead and buckle up and suit up and do their best. Like I said, I don't see people. I don't cross paths with anybody in this wilderness, in this tobacco land. All right, everybody. I'm walking up here and I see this. And I've been here and I look closely. And I have some points up there I want to see first, and I started to mess with it here and it was loose, so I stuck it right back in. But there's something going on with I might as well. It just falls right out of the side here. That's a big, pronounced serrated quartz tip. It's what I call big and brutal. Just taking the rock and making a piece of quartz work, and once it was done, it was hard. Heavy caliber. 50 caliber shot coming at you. A lot of people just say every single bit of what we find are knives. Not every bit. Some. And then some other great finds today from the plateau. Sound of summer out here. It's a solid, rugged point. I have no complaints with that, you know. Contrast to the sunshine. Hope everybody finds out there. Be well.